Kochhar, there's another video that's coming into our newsroom, once again suggesting that Russia continues to strike military installations. A video that came in from Kharkiv. I'm playing that video out. Okay, this is a video that has been posted on social media of bombings reportedly in Kharkiv and of military targets being struck by the Russians in Kharkiv. Now, Kharkiv on the border with Russia has been one of the hardest hit cities, as Russia literally not just encircles but continues to bomb. All of yesterday and all of the last few days, we've seen if there's one city that's been hit the hardest, that is Kharkiv. And this is the video that came in of the latest military installation that has been targeted in Kharkiv. What we will also do is we'll pull out a map that will show you from yesterday. We prepared a map that shows you why Kharkiv is important for Russia and how Russia is trying to encircle Kharkiv and why tactically it's important for them. While we talk about Kharkiv, before this we had a video that came in, very dramatic video that showed you how intense that bombing was. Let's put that video out, please, that we just broke a few minutes back of the civilian areas being bombed. One of the most perhaps dramatic visuals that we've seen so far. Just before this, please, if I can ask my producers to play that video. A few seconds back, we played the video, the previous video of the bombing in Kharkiv. Let's please put that video out of the bombing in Kharkiv a few minutes back, and that tells you that there is no let up. There is absolutely no let up in the bombing. Jal Kochhar, if Jal Bakshi is still with me, Jal Bakshi, what do you think their game plan is right now? Just before this, please. Yeah, the video before this.
Hello?
Yes, that video. Yes, Jal Bakshi, if you can hear me, sir. We have two videos from Kharkiv, video 1 and video 2. We'll put that out on the screen, but there is no let up. And when there is no let up, what's the point of any talks at all at this point?
Look, even when we were attacking in Bangladesh, the final day came on 16th, but from the 9th of December, there were these ceasefire talks going on with the Pakistanis, brokered by a number of intermediaries through the American embassy, etc., etc. So that is a part of any offensive, that while you are advancing, you keep trying to talk of peace so that, you can minimize civilian casualties, collateral damage. But that's not what is happening. The West is cheerleading the Ukrainians to fight on till the last man, last round, in their towns, in their cities. And that, I am afraid, is very immoral, because you're not putting your boots on the ground. You are trying to tell people, where it is a very unequal fight, to fight on so that more and more and more of them die and a tamasha is created, which they can use for propaganda purposes. It is extremely unfair. It is extremely unfair, because at the end of the day, who suffers? The Ukrainian people. The standard Russian tactic was to ask the civilian population to get out. Since yesterday, they have been asking the population of Kyiv to get out. It is the Ukrainians who have allowed the women and children to flee, but they have stopped all able-bodied men from 16 to 60 to stay back and try and help in the fight. Now, all this brave talk, 18,000 Kalashnikovs distributed. Tell me, a Kalashnikov can do nothing against a tank. The bullets will just bounce off. It won't even penetrate the BMP. And they are not coming with assault infantry. They came initially with their paratroopers because they were hoping that they would surrender. They did not. Now they have prepared methodically. They have built up their forces. They're going to intensify the bombardment. They're still trying to use mostly precision-guided munitions to take out military infrastructure targets. But at a point in time, they'll have to put suppressive fire on the buildings from which the Ukrainians are firing. If the Ukrainians get into buildings and fire, and then when they are hit, they say, oh, these are civilian areas. I mean, they are just trying to create propaganda, and in the bargain, they are using the civilians as human shields, which is very wrong morally. It's extremely wrong.
Absolutely.
And I would reckon that end game should be tonight. It should start tonight. End game in Kyiv, end game in Kharkiv. Russians are making very good progress in the south, in the cities of Mariupol, in the port city of Mariupol
You are
and
saying
Odessa.
right now is that perhaps we should be seeing the end of this conflict in terms of the militaries that are involved. For the moment, we slip into a very short break. On the other side, we will continue our rolling broadcast of the crisis between Russia and Ukraine.